Well, listen, this isn't, I'm not speaking for me, I'm just saying where we are, because this was, all these things similar were part of a dinner conversation that I had with many liberals sitting around and some conservatives as well, is that, and especially women, as we saw during Kavanaugh, they're concerned about the men in their lives, especially their sons, being falsely accused and going back so many years. I mean, there is that concern. I think people don't know how to feel about it. And I think they take every single situation should be taken into account. The number of people, that makes a difference to some folks. But I think what the concern is that everything is lumped in one barrel. And so I think for the fatigue or whatever it is that you called it during your closing remarks there, I think that people lump everything from, Joe Biden, who, some women said, oh, he made me uncomfortable, to this horrible accusation, which is textbook. That would be rape, correct? As you said, she doesn't like to use that terminology.
Yeah, she doesn't like it, but it's
so
by any legal definition.
In the fog of all of that, people sort of go, okay, there needs to be some distinction. And I just think that people are overwhelmed from everything that comes out of this administration every single day. And this is one thing that goes into the pot, sadly. Again, I'm just saying that.
No, you're giving an observation on it, and I don't think you're off. Here's what I don't get. One of the things. The same people who had such a rabid, or let's put it nicely, had such a strong devotion to sexual peccadillos and sex outside of marriage and infidelity and character counts, all of that was at such a premium with the same group of people that now has an indefatigable appetite for anything that comes out about this president, with clear violations of the mores that they used to hold so high. When Clinton was in there, the vice president of the United States, Mike Pence, wrote a long letter, Don, saying, hey, forget about the law. Got to judge him as we would our neighbor. If we don't have the moral standards in the White House, where will we have them? He must go for that and that reason alone. Now he is vice president to Donald Trump. I don't understand what happens there for people. And this is not about consensual sex. I want to be very clear, and I know I get beat up for this on the radio and here. I don't care who the president sleeps with. This is not about consensual sex. Life is complicated. People are complicated. I don't care. This is about crimes. And I've never seen anything like it ignored to the degree it is. And I just don't know what it means.
Well, I think it's you kind of answered your question, because we talked about that before when it's adultery. Ooh. Adultery doesn't put you on Me Too Island. Adultery usually doesn't, and it didn't for the former president who's, accused of adultery. And then there were other presidents, right, there were rumors of adultery. You go back in history. That didn't usually preclude you from losing your job, losing your livelihood, being shunned in society. These are bigger, stronger issues where even women are going to stand up for the people in their lives. Again, this is my observation. Are going to stand up for the people in their lives, especially the men and the young boys and the people they hold dear. And so they tend to view these particular allegations with more of a degree of caution than saying, okay, this guy had an affair, big deal, you move on, you keep going. That is something that is between the wife and the husband. They need to work it out in their relationship.
Sure.
If you have someone in your life that's accused of that, they realize that everybody involved loses something. The person who's accusing, the accuser, and the family of the accuser. And how do you know what's true and what's not especially when you go back decades? People wonder, and I'm not saying that it's not. Listen, as a victim of sexual abuse as a child, I know that people don't often tell.
That's why you're gay.
I think people wonder, well, what took you so long? Why now?
They absolutely
Why do you have?
Why is it part of a book?
Why you have a book deal? Do you want money? Why do you do that? Why don't you just deal with it yourself if you dealt with it for that long? They think that they want something out of it.
Right, but what I'm getting, I totally agree with you, and you have to be careful about false allegations and tarring somebody and being fair about it 100%.
But I think, hold on. I think it's also a moment of reckoning. I'm serious, though. This is me talking. Yeah. I think this is a moment of reckoning for the Me Too movement, that people need to, You should take everyone seriously.
100%.
But 100% of the time, not everybody tells the truth.
That's true, too.
All the time.
Look, and you got to vet it. And like I said, we're struggling with it, what the standard is. We know what it is in court.
Yeah.
Even if somebody's highly credible, they still have rape kits and all these invasive, often really harrowing experiences that some women say matches the original violation because they need a standard of proof. I get it. Not comfortable, imperfect. That's where we are.
20-some, that's a lot of women.
Look, and I'm just saying, the same people who had this endless appetite for the details of the adultery, who was it and when and why and the morality and this, and projecting this puritanical notion of what people should be like, that they don't live themselves, but now you can't say anything that makes them want to see it be perceived. This woman accuses him of rape.
Right.
Nothing short of it.
Serious stuff. Listen, I got to say, and I'm not being snarky, just when you're done, go to the dictionary or Google hypocrisy. Plain and simple. That's what you're talking about.
What the fuck are they rattling on about? Oh man. Oh. You can't have two bigger Marxists if you tried. Those are the two biggest fucking Marxists on CNN. Oh my God. And they are so in bed with the Democrat Party. Okay? It's beyond obvious, yeah? Oh, it was the camera. It's beyond obvious. So what they're doing, let me kind of explain what these two dipshits are trying to do here. They're trying to sit there and bring up identity politics and virtue signaling to an extreme that you got to take people. You gotta take it for real. When they say something like rape, you gotta take it for real. You gotta believe everybody. Okay? They try to make it sound, oh my God, these two are, oh God. They're not the only ones too. You got Lawrence O'Donnell and, oh my God, you got a bunch of these dipshits on there. But these two social freaking breeners, and they're so fake. They are complete and utter Marxists, and all, that 100% thing right there, that was all an attempt to try to indoctrinate you. Okay? The president was accused of rape. Well, did you see the interview with that dumb bitch? And oh God, who is the guy? Who is he? I just blew a brain fart. Vanderbilt's kid. Anderson Cooper. Did you see it? He couldn't wait to get out of that interview. She's like, rape is sexy. I was like, oh, creepy. So she accused Donald Trump. She accused several other people, but she never did anything about it. Now she's writing a book, and now she's going to accuse all these men. And I think the title of her book is something like "Who Needs Men?" A feminist, a Marxist, a piece of shit, another just piece of shit. And people are tired of this left-wing ideology, which is full of deception, lies, Luciferian behavior. People are tired of it. This is what you get when you get CNN. It's just literally crap 100% of the time. Okay? All right? So if you watch CNN, slap yourself in the fucking head. Paya! Bye.